This video is brought to you by SoccerPro.com. Be sure to visit SoccerPro.com for all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices with no membership fees. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for $10 off a $75 purchase, plus free shipping within the US. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing video of a pair of Adidas Predator LZs in soft ground. I've had a lot of requests to start doing some soft ground shoes, and so I decided to get some in. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you do want to see more soft grounds. Like the video if you do want to keep seeing that, and let me know what soft ground shoes you do want to see. Reason that I picked the Predator LZ in this particular version, anyways, is because it's not a standard soft ground shoe. A lot of soft ground shoes just use that standard 6-stud formation, but a lot of different studs are using kind of mixed soles now, like the LZ, like the Adi Zero, like the Nike Mercurial Vapor 8. So I'm going to try to bring those in simply because they're going to perform a little bit differently, whereas a 6-stud is going to be the same on any shoe that it is put on. But this is the little stud wrench that you do get. Keep in mind, generally soft ground studs are removable. They're metal generally, and it's made for soft ground. You can't use soft ground studs on turf. You can't use soft ground on firm ground, simply because the studs are longer, you're going to get stud pressure, and they're just not going to dig in. Unless the ground is actually soft and suitable for soft ground studs, you're going to have some issues, and it's really not recommended to wear that kind of stud on a surface that it's not made for. Just like wearing firm ground on turf. But this is pretty much it, guys. This is the gold colorway I have here, which again is not super gold. It's more orange rather than gold. But that's really not what we're concentrating on here. I'll talk a little bit about the Predator LZ itself a little bit later. But as far as the stud pattern goes, you're going to notice that the studs, you have these 4 black studs here at the front, and then the 2 gold studs at the back. And again, it's that 6-stud design. Like any soft ground sole plate, you do have the 6 metal studs, but you do have the mixed studs in between, mainly because it's there to support the sole plate, but it also makes for a mixed sole stud pattern. So these 3 studs here in the forefoot, and then the 2 studs under the heel are plastic, whereas the rest are metal. You can see they're a little bit longer as well than the actual plastic ones. And you're also going to notice that the sole plate itself is more reinforced with the soft ground studs. There's a little bit more plastic here. It's a little bit more heavy duty. You have these cross joints so the shoe's not over flexing too much when you do step down on these particular studs. And they all are removable. I'll actually remove one on screen for you guys, just so you can see, so there's no confusion, because I know some of this is new to you guys. But that's pretty much it. You unscrew it. You have the stud right here. That's basically how it works. You can replace these. They do sell replaceable studs should you need them. But they do screw in just like that. Again, pretty easy. You can lose them, so it's definitely recommended that you tighten them before you do use them. But that's pretty much it as far as soft ground goes. Again, it's made for soft ground, so wearing this on firm ground or anything like that is not going to be recommended. But as far as the upper goes, this is the Predator LZ, very popular right now. And it's made of a synthetic leather upper, really nice synthetic from Adidas. It's kind of the first time that they've introduced this particular synthetic, and it works well on the Predator LZ. It's a soft material, but doesn't provide too much padding. It also fits really well. It's probably the best fitting synthetic shoe from Adidas right now. Better fitting than the synthetic Adi Zero, at least in my opinion. I can have a full review of the firm ground version of this shoe, so if you do want to check that out, there'll be a link in the description to the review page for that, as well as a link in the description to the review page for the soft ground version, which I'll have a review up in a few weeks or so, guys. Just give me some time to use the soft ground stud pattern, and I'll write a new review for that particular version of the shoe. As far as the rest of the LZ goes, the main attraction for the Predator LZ is the lethal zones, like you see right there. And you basically have 5 on this particular shoe. It's a really grippy shoe. Again, I talk a little bit about this in the review, actually a lot about it in the review, so if you do want the really in-depth details, that's all going to be in the full review. But you do have this pass pad on the inside, which is basically a memory foam insert. You have this drive zone, which is your standard striking element on pretty much all of the Predators. You have this, which is called your sweet spot, which is going to be the most commonly used zone on the shoe, simply because you're touching the ball on that particular part of your foot quite often, and it adds a significant amount of grip on the ball, which you may or may not like. It's kind of the downfall of the Predator LZ, because some people will like it and some people won't like it. And even if you do like it, it's going to have a little bit of a learning curve to it, simply because of all the extra grip that you wouldn't normally get from your standard soccer shoe. But you have this first touch zone on the front here, which I found to be the least noticeable part of the shoe. It really didn't bother me that it was there, but it didn't seem to really be all that noticeable either. And you have this dribble thing on the outside as well, which to me is just a little bit of extra grip on the shoe. The whole basis of the Predator LZ is based around grip, and again, it's something that you may or may not like. You have this synthetic suede heel liner, which is really nice. The shoe is very comfortable from right out of the box. It's really not much of a break-in period. It stretches just enough to form to your foot, but other than that, it doesn't stretch all that much. It'll fit pretty much everybody. It fits nice and deep in the heel as well, which is great. As far as the sole plate goes, it's a brand new kind of variation on the Sprint frame. Obviously, the soft ground version is a little bit different, a little bit more reinforced, but you would see the same thing from, let's say, an Adi Zero or even an Adi Pure 11 Pro in the soft ground model. A little bit more reinforced. It weighs a little bit more in soft ground as well. And then obviously you have the My Coach Ready slot in the shoe. So if you do have the My Coach chip, you can place that in the soft ground Predator LZ or any of the Adidas shoes for that matter. But that's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you want to check out the high quality pictures of this shoe, just to check out some of the soft ground sole plate features on there, the link will be in the description right to the review page. The full review will be up in a few weeks or so, guys. But if you want buy it now links to the soft ground shoes, which you probably haven't seen on the website all that often, they will be on that page with exclusive SR4U coupon codes. So go ahead and check that out if you are looking for a pair of soft ground shoes. Even if you need a pair of soft ground shoes that you don't use that often, getting one pair now, and they're going to last for a little while simply because you're not going to be using them all that much. It's always good to have a pair in your bag just in case. So again, go ahead and check that out if that does interest you. Any questions you guys have, like I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what you do want to see in soft ground, and I'll do my best to get that in for you guys. Any questions you have not related to the video, go ahead and leave that on my Facebook page. There'll be a link in the description of that as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.